We are on the buzz, Ace Micheals Internet Radio. We're doing an interview today with Stephanie Jo Smith, who's an accomplished actress. She's a model. She is a humanitarian. She's a good lady. She's doing a lot to help a lot. Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks, Ace, for having me.
Now, I don't remember, do you do Stephanie, just Stephanie, or do you do Stephanie, always has to be Stephanie Jo?
My professional name is my full name, Stephanie Jo Smith, but you can call me Steph. Steffers, all my friends do.
Your friends call you Steffers?
Steffers.
There's nothing weird about that.
Not at all.
Steffers. Steffers.
Steffers.
Steffers. Can I borrow a car? Steffers. Can I borrow $5 more? Steffers.
Usually when they call me Steffers, they're asking for a favor.
I would imagine. Wow. Let's call you Stephanie.
Yeah.
And then later I might dip into like Steph or something, but for now we'll just do Stephanie, right? Okay. So Stephanie, you just finished a film. Tell us a little bit about the film.
I worked on Curse of the Phantom Shadow, and my co-star was named Stephen Manley, a wonderful, wonderful actor. He plays Captain Reynolds, and he is this amazing pilot slash, what would I say, smuggler, based in the 1940s, and I'm his trusted assistant named Jenny. She's in love with him. She is overworked, underpaid, gets kidnapped, gets into a lot of trouble, but because she loves him so much, she stays by his side.
Hold on one second, because I want to direct you someday.
Okay.
Okay, so pause on the story for just 1 second. Let me see your in love face. Do to this camera here. Do in love. So she's in love with him. No, do it to this camera. Sorry, do it to this one. Sorry. Okay. So count of 3 and action. Love face. That's the love face? Yeah. Like that's Jenny's face to him? She's in love with him? Oh, okay.
No, Jenny's face is more, she gets irritated with him. They have a kind of a cat and mouse game.
Let me see irritation. And to this camera here, we're going to do irritation and action. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Jenny, you're so irritated with him right now. But then you love him. Go back to love. Now you love him because, you know, you do. Good. That's beautiful. That's good. That was good. I was buying it. That's good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Stephen, it's better when Stephen's there. Stephen's an inspiration. He's very multifaceted. You can trust him. He knows his stuff. His energy is wonderful to work with. He's an excellent mirror. We just feed off of each other. It's wonderful, feminine, masculine energy, and it's like making a baby. It's beautiful.
Wow. So do you actors, do you have to do like love face for somebody like you don't even remotely care about at all, right? You don't have to have emotions to play emotions.
Well, actually, what we usually do in that situation, we use substitution, from which we visualize someone that we really do care for and we really do love. And you have to pull that up. I pull it up from my well. You know, from my well, my belly of living waters. I pull it up from my well. And that way, when I'm dealing with someone that maybe I don't know, I've never worked with them before, this is the first time we're meeting, and I have to be in love with them. Mm-hmm. They have to be my whole world. I pull from my well, and I see someone I love, and I see someone I can't live without, and I don't know what I would do without you, and that's what you pull from. And I often tell women, visualize someone that you would want more than anything, that would be the epitome of what you prayed for, and then imagine losing them.
So do you think, Stephanie, that you would enjoy as much working on a kind of film where you would do a lot of green screen work, where you wouldn't actually have an actor to play off of, but you're only like doing like acting to a tennis ball, for example, as opposed to having an actual human to work with?
You know what? I can go either way. When I was a child, I was very creative and imaginative. We grew up very poor, so our imagination was the foundational element to our success. We read books. We didn't play with Nintendo games. We couldn't afford them. You know, we read books. We colored. We painted. we were constantly involved in the creative process. So for me as a child, what I would do is I was kind of lonely sometimes. So I would make a set and I would put all my stuffed animals around the room and they were my co-stars. And certain movies would be playing and I would act along with the actors and I would work with them. And for me, talking to a golf ball or a tennis ball, I would visualize the person there. I would see their character. I could see their hair and see their eyes and see their skin. I wouldn't see a tennis ball. I'd see them.
Sure.
And I had so much practice with this as a child that if I go to do it now as an adult, and being a seasoned actor, I can do that now. I just pull from that childhood innocence and pull it back, and it comes right back as if I'm still that sweet 7-year-old girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So tell us more about the movie. So I paused you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's unpause you. And
Okay.
you now continue. Now she's in love with this guy.
Yep, she's in love with Captain Reynolds.
But what's the conflict? Because I understand there's always got to be a conflict.
Yes, Captain Reynolds is in a way blind to his love for her and
Of
her
course.
love for him. She is
Go
sweet
figure.
and beautiful and smart and someone that he can trust and rely on, but yet he goes for the bad girls. He goes for the bad girls that are basically very self-destructive and are destructive to him.
Right.
And here's the epitome of everything a man could want in front of him, and he just doesn't see her.
So he doesn't want the girl who he should want. So that means there must be a girl that he does want.
He does.
And who's that girl?
You know what? I have yet to find out myself.
Really?
Yes. We have Agent 236. He is someone that is also very striking. And we have Gas Pump Girl. Gas Pump Girl is the epitome of a pinup girl. And we give our tribute to Bettie Page and to
Okay.
the pinup girls of the 1950s.
Okay.
And we're very excited about this project because those were American icons that people look back to and it just makes your heart move. Because back then, World War II and post-World War II, men met you on Friday, married you on Saturday, and shipped out on Sunday.
Sure.
So it was a very romantic time, the best of times and the worst of times, but yet it's such an iconic moment in our history. And I love the 50s, and I love Bettie Page. I thought she was revolutionary, and she wasn't given the credit she was due.
Sure.
She was the most wonderful, beautiful woman. And the church had a hard time with her beauty because she was free in her beauty. And I think now people look back and realize that part of our freedom that we have today as women with our sexuality and our prowess and our dominance on the screen is very much attributed to Bettie Page. And my director, Mark, he loves her and he thinks the world of her. And he's such a creative director. He's very kind, very in tune with the creative process. He gives us the script, but he said, go with the flow and do with it what you need. And that's what he allowed us to do. So me and Stephen were able to play off of each other very well. And of course, I'm dressed up in this 1940s pinup girl outfit.
Oh, wow.
And I'm entertaining his war buddies. And of course, Captain Reynolds is acting ridiculous and drinking from his flask, and I still think of the world of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I'm working on another project that's called The Idiot. And
Which sounds very close to me. I get it.
it's being directed
I relate instantly.
by, it's being directed by Chris Cranock, and we're hoping it gets picked up by Netflix.
Nice.
And it's about this wonderful, wonderful man that he's really too good to be true, and he's really too good for this world. And he's a light in the darkness. And he gets put in these strange situations where his goodness is taken advantage of.
Mm.
And at the same time, he reflects that goodness to everyone else. And it's about the process he goes through in life. I play his adulterous wife, Mercedes.
Of course.
Yes, and I
Look at
am
you,
dealing with
Mercedes.
his Mercedes, and I'm dealing with his crazed mother that I can't stand. And we have an ultimate knockdown, drag out as I'm storming out of his life. And of course, as the seasons go on, my role grows and I think I play a greater role in his love life that I continue, to pull on him, even though I've walked away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So I have more to learn from that because I've yet to find out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's wonderful. It's being directed by Chris Cranock, and we filmed a major piece of it here in Las Vegas. And a wonderful desert scenery, wonderful cast and crew. We filmed at 111 degrees. days.
Oh, wow.
And it was
Yuck.
yeah, it was uncomfortable, but we believe in the work and we believe in the writing. And to see writing like this, it's rare nowadays.
Sure.
And Chris is wonderful, and my other director I worked with, Mark, is wonderful. He's a wonderful man. They are just such an influence, and I feel like basically God just dumped this on me and said, here you go, here's what you asked for. I wanted to do quality work, and I've had the privilege of working with two great friends. That it's like putting a family together, and we're hoping that we can continue growing our family and doing more projects. Now there'll be more to come, and just keep drawing magnetically quality people that want to do quality work, because it's what we do. It's what we love to do.
And you didn't find that you were able to, if you were, for example, to move from Las Vegas, you might find more work, but you found enough good work in Las Vegas.
I did. And you know, it's interesting, we had a talk before we started the show that, you know, I was in a car accident. And, you know, by God's grace, everybody was fine, everybody was able to walk away, but I lost my means to get anywhere. And I had to go through physical therapy and of course deal with legalities, which is traumatizing, and make shifts. But had I gone, I think some of the things I got to do, I wouldn't have been able to do.
Sure.
Because I wouldn't have been here.
Sure.
And I think there's more to come, that there was a reason for me staying. It was, I guess, nature's way of telling me it's not time for you to go yet, you need to stay put and be where you are. And the door will open when it opens.
It also could mean that some SOB was making a left turn when he should have been going straight.
It was like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like that, but I think in that situation, everybody did the best they could because it was such an emergency situation, and that everybody just did the very best they could and maneuvered away, and we just did what we could. And as long as I have my legs and I can walk and I can move, I can heal from anything. As long as I got my legs and I can still work and do what I love to do, everything else can be fixed.
I can't close the show stronger than that. I love it. It's Stephanie Jo Smith. The new movie, the first movie, is called
Curse of the Phantom Shadow.
And that's not done yet, but that's gonna be done soon.
It's in post-production right
It's in post-production, and the other movie may be on Netflix. If you're lucky, you can see it there. But if not, you'll see it somewhere because it's gonna come out too. And if they want to reach you, where can they find you on that www?
You know what? They can go straight to www.phantomshadow.com, and also they can go on YouTube and just put in The Idiot, and we're there.
And there it
Post
is.
on there and they can find us. We've got a major audience going right now, and we're drawing wonderful people that want to be a part of the production, and you know, we welcome them. We're a family, and on our sets there's no ego. It's about building the story and building this amazing, you know, project that'll help people and move people, and that's what we're about. It's giving light.
I love it. I love it. Stephanie Jo Smith is on, and it was a good show. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you check her out on all of her wwws. I think.
Thank you.